Good morning. It's Monday, January 8th, 2024. This is your Georgia WeatherNet morning update. A calm day today, but we're getting ready for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Very active weather day tomorrow. As we check out the radar imagery, we're all clear of any precipitation in Georgia. Mostly cloudy skies as we get started this morning. A little bit of clearing in extreme northwest Georgia. Those temperatures are on the chilly side. We have upper 20s in North Georgia. We have the mid-30s in the mid-state and showing the low 40s in South Georgia. Let's take a look at where all this rain and thunderstorms are going to be coming from. We'll put this in motion. This is the satellite and radar imagery, the combination. Look out toward Oklahoma City, up into Kansas, and moving into Missouri. We see that big storm system. So that is what's going to bring our thunderstorms tomorrow. And as I stop the animation, if you look down through the middle of Texas there, starting to head toward Dallas, see those line of thunderstorms that are moving in. We'll zoom in on that a little bit closer. So that's that frontal boundary that's attached to that, what's called a mid-level cyclone. So this is going to be what's going to end up moving our direction as we head into the late night hours tonight and through the day tomorrow. So let's take a look at our severe weather outlook. This is going to be for today as soon as everything pulls up here. Try it again. There we go. So we do have a level 2 out of 5 severe weather risk right up to the edge of southwest Georgia near Lake Seminole. The lighter shade of yellow is a level 1 out of 5 severe weather risk. So that's going to cover Blakely and on down into Cairo and into extreme parts of Calhoun County and toward Dougherty County. General thunderstorm risk all the way over to Atlanta and Macon. This is going to be through the overnight hours tonight. Remember, these maps take us until the morning hour of the next day. And then as we take a look at Tuesday, so this starts tomorrow morning, takes us through the day, there's that level 3 enhanced risk, and that has been expanded northbound, now covering Augusta, right up to Macon, Warner Robins, Perry, you're in there, Albany's in there, Valdosta, Douglas, Brunswick, over to Darien, Savannah, all in that level 3 out of 5 severe weather risk. And you can see that risk level starts to drop off fairly quickly as you head toward the northwest up toward Atlanta, and I-85 is kind of the cutoff for that level 1 out of 5 severe weather risk. So it looks like these storms are going to be fairly concentrated in South Georgia. Still have a chance of those severe thunderstorms well up into the mid-state, up toward Atlanta, into parts of northeast Georgia. But we're going to have some pretty stable air in that part of the state, but enough instability and a lot of wind shear in South Georgia. So let's take a look at some of our threats, some specific threats that we have. And taking a look at the tornado threat, we'll pull this up here. This is going to be our probability of tornadoes for tomorrow. And we can see two different yellow areas there. Southwest Georgia then picks back up again toward Augusta, up around Springfield and into South Carolina. So the reason for that is we have more instability starting to build up as we move through the day tomorrow. So we're going to have, again, I don't want you to get too bogged down if you're in the yellow, the brown area, whatever. We do have a chance of tornadoes through the day tomorrow because of that wind shear, but that instability picks up through the day as we get later in the afternoon. So that's why that second line there, another chance of getting those storms to spin up, will occur as we move later in the day. And here's our chance of significant tornadoes. We'll pull that up again for tomorrow. And this is going to be our what we call the hatched area. So this shows a 10% chance of a significant tornado, EF2 or greater, forming. And again, it's in those same spots where you saw the yellow. So southwest Georgia, and then again later in the day, up closer toward the Savannah River, just above Statesboro, up toward Screven and Effingham County. So chance of some of those very strong tornadoes. But for the most part, with as fast as the storm system is going to move through, we're going to see some short track and tornadoes, probably EF0, EF1s for the most part tomorrow. All right, so let's time this out. Our high-res modeling. Again, clouds as we get started this morning. A few light showers could pop up in South Georgia, up toward middle Georgia as we move through the afternoon hours. Nothing significant. And then we start to see our modeling light up as we move through the evening hours tonight. Rain starting to move into southwest Georgia. This is not our main concern. We're just going to see light to moderate rain for the first part. A little heavier rain starts to move in as we head to the late night hours tonight. So this is around 10:30 tonight, and that heavier rain starting to cross I-75, moving into Macon, and continuing to push in through the rest of the state of Georgia after midnight tonight. Not a lot of thunderstorm activity with this. All right, this is going to be pretty stable. So just looking at the rain, but what we're watching out for, we can start to see that line sharpening up now out in Alabama, crossing I-65. That's going to be our main line moving in. So we're looking at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So before daybreak, have that heavier rain in North Georgia, and then we have some thunderstorms starting to pop out ahead of the main system in Columbus, West Georgia, as we get going tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. We continue forward, and let's head toward 8 a.m., and that line now pushing in, crossing over from Dothan, beginning to head into Early County and Clay County, moving into the Albany area by around 9:45 or so tomorrow morning. And these models, we can give or take an hour or two. It's hard to identify exactly how fast this line is going to move because it is moving fairly quickly. So that's we're going to be adjusting these models as we get closer. But the heavier rain moving into Macon there, 10:30 tomorrow morning, and through Albany, heading down into Thomasville and over toward Valdosta toward the noon hour. So you can see some strong little cells there in that line, and we could get a few of those to spin up some tornadoes. We're going to look out for that. Strong straight line winds will be our main concern. We could see wind gusts 60 mile an hour plus with this line. So we continue to push this through. Now the afternoon hours heading toward 1:30. We're going to be clear in southwest Georgia, northwest Georgia also clear. So every place west of I-75 will be fine around midday tomorrow. But then the bulk of the storm continues to push eastbound, beginning to head over toward Vidalia, heading into the Savannah area as we head toward 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And once again, that instability is going to be climbing as we move through the day tomorrow. So that's going to help these storms continue to fire up. So plenty of fuel for these storms. And we head toward 4 or 5 o'clock, and we continue to push this out toward the coastline. The modeling this morning, speeding this up just a little bit more. It looked like this was going to be moving into the Georgia coast more in the evening hours, but right now we're showing maybe late afternoon. So we, again, may need to see another adjustment on that as we head through the day today. But we continue towards 6 o'clock, and then by 6:37, we start to move that main line out to sea. We'll see a few showers on the backside of that, and then maybe a few snow flurries up in North Georgia. This is 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. That's going to be much colder air. We're going to see temperature drops once this line passes through around 20 degrees. So it may be close to 70 degrees in Valdosta tomorrow early afternoon. That's going to drop down to the 50s once the line passes through. So a big, big change as this frontal boundary continues on through. So we'll just keep pushing the modeling out. Again, some light showers, maybe a little wintry precipitation at higher elevations later tomorrow night. But we'll be all clear as we move through the evening hours and start to head through the overnight hours into Wednesday. Still very windy, though. That wind's going to continue to kick up through the day on Wednesday. That is the very latest from the Georgia Weather Net. Going to continue to keep you up to date throughout the day and obviously on air, online throughout the day tomorrow as well. Here's the latest now from Northwest Georgia to Southeast Georgia.